What's going on, everybody in the building, man? It's your boy Tony D2 Wild checking in once again, back in the building today, guys, with the DS Arms SA58 Battle Improved Rifle. But technically this is a pistol because of the brace. All right. Now, this initially was as a 12-inch barrel. Now, since then, they went with a 13-inch barrel on this particular setup. Like, I think that's what they're doing moving forward, even though on the site it may say 12. I think there's 12s and 13s. You just got to ask them for yourself, okay? But this one in particular is the newer version and the 13 version. Now, SA58s have been around for quite some time, but they've made a battle improved version. And one of those improvements had been the fact that they swapped out from the Picatinny handguard to the M-LOK handguard. Of course, what is the SA58? It's a modernized version of the FAL. Fusil Automatic Ligur. I'm saying it wrong, right? I'm going to say it wrong, right? But we all know the FAL to be one of the most reliable, legendary battle rifles, right? At one point, the U.S. Army almost took it on, but it didn't. We went with the, I believe, the M1 Garand or the M14. Actually, yeah, the M14. Globally known as the right arm of the free world, and it earned its reputation during the Cold War. And DS Arms continues that legacy by making tons of these bad boys in a lot of different configurations. One of them being this new modernized version you see here, the SA58. There's a 13-inch barrel, as I stated before, medium contour. The material is a 4150 15595E mil-spec barrel steel. The 12-inch barrel has a 1 in 10 twist rate. I don't know if they changed that with the 13-inch, but I want to put it out there because even on the site I was unable to find the specific specs on that particular 13-inch barrel, but I would say maybe it's still the 1 in 10. The barrel thread is 5/8 by 24, and the chamber in the bore is chrome lined. The gas system, one of the other improvements from this particular FAL modernized, is a DS Arms short gas piston system with stainless steel gas piston. Also extremely adjustable. I mean, you got tons of cranks of adjustments of the gas on this particular bad boy. 4140, fully machined and heat treated, cast steel type 1, non-carry handle cut with a matte black Duracoat finish. Now it does come with a different type of flash hider. Right here we have the cherry bomb on here, but it comes with the DS Arms version War Z flash hider, which works extremely well, but we had to take it off in order to shoot this thing suppressed. It also has its irons built in with the pair of rear sight, adjustable windage knob, and elevation adjustable front post sight. Now this comes with a brace, and this brace I swapped it out for the SBA5, but it comes with another type of brace. I think that the SBA, like one of the OG ones, is how it comes, but you also can have this swapped out for a Picatinny back if you want to run it with a paratroop or whatever, with of course it being SBR, keep that in mind. But we ran it with this and I think it looks badass and looks nice the way it is. M-LOK on the handguard, 21 round magazine. This one is metal. They're hard to get a hold of, I know. There also are plastic versions from DS Arms as well. And one crazy thing is this thing is like fully ambidextrous for the most part. You got the safety is not ambidextrous, but the mag release is ambidextrous. And you also have, which is wild, but you have a bolt release on this bad boy. Right here. This little button, you press it, bolt release. Look, I don't know if the original FAL came with that, but for this, it's solid. But ambi also on the mag release as well. Non-reciprocating charging handle. You got an extended winterized trigger guard. I guess for people that may be wearing gloves, you get a nice lot of room so you can actually put your finger in there. It's not super tight. And the bolt carrier, it says non-sand cut para bolt carrier. Comes in a hard case, manual and sling as well. The overall length is 32.5 inches. Folded length is 23.25. Overall weight is 9.88 pounds. Sight radius is 19 inches and the length of pull is 14.25. Now that's depending, of course, on the type of brace setup, I think you would say, more so. Action is gas piston, semi-automatic, and of course, well suited for target. Now, with that all said, let's talk about my shooting experience with this thing. 308 can be pretty tough, you know, to manage for some people. Not necessarily for me, but for this particular setup overall, it being a very hefty firearm for the most part, it handles recoil fabulously, especially when shooting it suppressed. And some people may be asking, why do I want a 13-inch barreled 308? That just makes no sense. Unburnt powder. I get all those type of questions. I've seen them from the shorts, right? Well, you want that if you're going to be running it suppressed. Because if I have a 13-inch barrel and I have a suppressor on the end, I can get a very long suppressor, or even short, that would get me up to around 16 inches if I had a full-length version, but then also have the quietness and flash reduction that goes along with it. Those unburnt powders will still be utilized a little bit better going through the actual barrel and then suppressor, which I'm all for. So that is one of the reasons why I would want it that way. These are also utilized by a lot of military out there still to this day. Also, I would like to say law enforcement, and the reason why I would like to say law enforcement, because y'all know, if y'all play Ready or Not, hey man, the SWAT, Ready or Not, they run the SA58 on there. It's a gun that you could pick up. So maybe some law enforcement is still utilizing it. There's the the M1A Scout Squad, or CQB, the squad version of the M1A. That's a 308. That's 16 inches. This takes it even further, and that particular M1A Squad CQB Scout Squad, I'm saying it wrong, but I actually own it, but I swapped it out for a different stock, right? But what I'm saying is law enforcement uses that, so I don't see why they wouldn't use this one as well. And the fireballs weren't bad, they weren't manageable, but at the same time we were utilizing this out in daytime. We were running it with the AMG Huey with the micro. I just threw it on there because it looks good, okay? I'm not utilizing it right now for the most part, but she is solid. Now I shot this, of course, put close to 1,000 rounds through it. We shot also the 16-inch version during TriggerCon. Fabulous. There's multiple different versions that they have out there. The Commando, the Jungle version. DS Arms has tons of these out there for historic people that like collector's items, to people that just want something solid and even modernized. It's all there. You feel me? Like, it's definitely an old gun, but it's been modernized to where it can compete with modern weapons. It's extremely heavy, but that doesn't knock it. I mean, my Spear 308 is heavier. This does the job just as well. So there is use for it if you want to take it that way, or if you just want a collector's item. It's really up to you at the end of the day. 13 inches, for some people I can understand. For me, it really wasn't a problem. I do want to shoot this out further and do a follow-up to see what we can do with that. Of course, with it suppressed. Now, with that said, it comes standard with a plug, but you have to get a suppressor plug as well that it comes with, and then those have bushings in them. The bushings, there's 3 different types: a regular, a red, and then I think I forgot the other color, right? What I found, because I did several days at the range getting this right, because you want to get this right so that it can maintain reliability, because if you do adjust it, it will not function the way you want it when you want to do that. I took the plug out, put in the new plug. The original normal setting is what ran flawlessly. I wanted to see if I can get even more and more tuned, because the more of the gas that you let out, of course, the better it shoots and the softer it shoots overall. The other 2 bushings did not work as far as reliability goes. I would have it work sometimes it wouldn't. The original bushing that is featured into the plug is what worked well with me. Now, that could be different with you. At the same time, it could be different depending on the can that is used. We used a Thunder Chicken on this because I wanted the most quietest sound as possible, and you could see from the audio, it did it very, very well. So as reliability wise, that is what I went with. If you want to get this and run it suppressed, keep that in mind to get the gas plug that's featured on the front. I'll now try to show some B-roll of that as well. Besides that, she ran flawlessly, except for the tuning. The initial states of it getting tuned, we did run into some issues, but that's tuning with the gas port. You gotta, what they want you to do is pretty much open it all the way up and keep adjusting it. I might be saying it backwards though. I think you want it closed all the way and then shoot it and just keep adjusting it until you start to lose reliability, and then crank it up 2 notches or 1 notches of that. Me personally, I opened it all the way up and I just kept going one by one till I found a part where it would shoot back to back, and then I just ran that, and then that's when I was good to go. And after that, I didn't have no issue whatsoever. You could do what you want to do, but that adjustment is adjusting the gas, which also helps with the recoil on this gun. She shot well on the fit, the finish, the machining, everything is phenomenal. It's a very solid, I mean, this thing won't break. This thing is going to last, this thing will outlast a ton of other rifles that I have in my collection. This thing is built like a tank. The M-LOK support system, solid as well. We're running this a typical light, but obviously you can run other things as well. In the use cases, like, could you, home defense, you could do what you want to do with it. Personally, 308 and with my parameters is a lot, so it's still going to be more so of a range toy, but I wouldn't mind trying to see what the distance is on it with a nice suppressor as well. All in all though, solid gun, solid company. Salutes to the homie Mark. Good people over at DS Arms. I've met them several times. Had great conversations with them. They're based out of Illinois. Sorry if I say Illinois. And they're really good people, man. Really good people over there. And you could tell they love what they do. So yeah, man, this is definitely, if you're a foul lover, if you play Call of Duty, you play Ready or Not, you're going to get what you want, man. The only con I could say from what people have said, and not me, because I was running mainly the metal mags, is that the plastic mags, and there's not that many metal mags available. They're hard to get, and that the plastic mags are not as reliable. That's what people say. I didn't have an issue with it, but I'll let some of my people in the comment section speak for it as well, because there's things that I may miss that other people can catch. But with that said, I had a great time shooting this and looking forward to doing some follow-ups with it as well. The DS Arms SA58 Battle Improved pistol rifle. I love y'all. Peace.